Obi were finally scattered in the early half today as a big crisis is booming in the Asari chamber right now. There's no peace in the Asari chamber right now. A lot is happening right now. Yes, Wike is in serious trouble and he has brought a lot of crisis to Bola Ahmed Tinubu right now. Tinubu mind is not touching the ground now. Tinubu is in serious trouble at the moment because the phone record of Rufai of Arise TV have finally showcased in the early half today. The phone conversation of Rufai have finally leaked online, and this have been sparking up a lot of reactions regarding Yeson Wike. You will hear everything yourself, so I would just like you guys to stay connected to the end of this video. Rufai said a lot of things, and a lot of people did not expect Rufai to say such in those phone conversations. So the phone conversation have finally leaked online, so I'll play everything for you on this video. If you can share this video, ensure you share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can't share it, just like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Obidient, stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Woes TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Woes TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the registration button appearing on your video screen and do well to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. A lot of things is happening in Asari chamber right now, and things keep coming out regarding Yeson Wike, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Rufai of Arise is in the line. You know, a lot of things is happening since when Wike enter into that FCT, since when they make Wike the minister of FCT. A lot of things have gone wrong. Things have not been the way it was in Asari chamber. Things have not been the way it was in the FCT. A lot of people in Abuja, they are lamenting at the moment. People are protesting that Wike needs to be kicked out of the office, and people are putting their life in the line that it is until Wike resign or Wike is sacked, that is when they will have peace. I've never seen a situation where someone that came to be serving some particular set of people and the person is persecuting them. I've never seen a situation where a leader is making his followers to be homeless. Wike is doing everything possible to make sure that the people that are living in the FCT will be living a miserable life. The people that have home will become homeless, and a lot of people that are landlord before will become tenant because Wike is demolishing almost the houses of everybody in the FCT right now. And that is not even the issue. The voice recorder and the phone conversation of Rufai we have finally come out. This phone conversation have finally leaked in the early hour of today, and this phone conversation sparked up a lot of reactions on social media. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video to hear what Rufai said in the phone conversation. It have got a lot of people talking, and some people like Bürst and like Blaste Rufai, why some supported what Rufai said in the phone conversation. So I would like guys to stay connected to the end of this video because I'm going to be playing you the phone conversation. You will hear it yourself and you will know everything that is going on underground. So if you can share this video, ensure you share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can't share it, just like it as I'm watching it. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Things are happening in the country right now. A lot of things is happening since when Tinubu entered into the presidential seat and all of that. Things have been going on in the country. The people that did not put their support for Tinubu to enter into the presidential villa and all of that, all of them are lamenting right now. They said they didn't put their support for Tinubu, but Tinubu maneuver his way and enter into the power, and it didn't stop there. It's tormenting everybody as far as Nigeria is concerned. And the people that even put their support for Tinubu, the people that put their life in the line for Tinubu to enter into the presidential seat, all of them are lamenting. Those ones that did not have a court in the morning that they are mafia in the Asari chamber, they are all complaining now. Asari DOKUNBO is a good example. He came out in the early half today and began to lament on media. A lot of Obidient have been mocking him. A lot of Obidient have been laughing at him that what is this man saying? Because in the course of the election, this man put himself in the line. He did everything possible to make sure that Tinubu have a high vote in the Rivers State and all of that. Now, Asari DOKUNBO did everything possible. He intimidated Labour Party voters in Rivers State. He did a lot of things to make sure that Obi will not win Rivers State alongside with Yeson Wike. They did all these things together, and that same Asari DOKUNBO was parading himself after the election, was parading himself all around the Asari there. But after some time, they banned him from coming to Asari because his coming to Asari had become too much and all of that. But after then, Asari DOKUNBO, when people were protesting that the government of Tinubu is not okay, that was barely 3 months after Tinubu hijacked the power. When people were protesting, Asari DOKUNBO carried his own soldiers because he have his personal soldiers. He mobilizes his own personal soldier and they begin to attack protesters in Asari and all of that. They begin to attack protesters all around Abuja just because the protesting, peaceful protest that they don't want this kind of government. That is what is happening. But that same Asari DOKUNBO now, because of what he wants to get from Tinubu that he didn't get, he has finally come out and is already lamenting. Come and see issue. I dropped the video in the earlier of today. You can check the video that I uploaded before this one. You will hear everything that this man said. He said a lot of rubbish and people listen to this rubbish and a lot of people lambast and lampost him because they believe that it's a kind of selfish entity and they believe that it's not having the people at mind. What he's having in mind is just for himself and all of that. It's only there for his own selfish ambition. So everything that I was saying this morning did not enter the ear of the common man. So that is what is happening right now. So the person that put his support for Tinubu before is now threatening Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I've never seen a situation where someone is threatening a sitting president in a country. Now Asari DOKUNBO is threatening Tinubu and all of that. So you can see what is going on right now. But Rufai have finally come out today. The voice record of Rufai have finally leaked. So I'd like guys to stay connected. You will hear everything that was said regarding Wike. You will hear the secret that you did not know. What you have not known regarding these people, everything is open today. Come and see the nyash of these people. We hear all the conversations. But before you listen to Rufai phone record and phone conversation, just wait as you hear what Wike said in this place. Wike said a lot of things that he's not supposed to say. He said a lot of things that he's not supposed to say in this place. So you will hear what Wike said, then you will hear what Rufai said. That got a lot of people talking, that make a lot of people to begin to attack Rufai based on this phone conversation. Just stay connected and come back again.
I told him, he came with my director the other day. I said, look, whatever it takes, that you must try from Brooklyn through Okrika to make sure that when they came 2 nights ago with the chairman and the MD and all the directors, I repeated, I said, I don't need anything. The only thing I need, make sure that that project is done. If you do that, then we would have, if the state government completes the other road, then we would have had a complete ring road in the state. That ring road was conceptualized by me, approved by me as governor in state executive council meeting. Initiated it, went to settle for it in Germany, West Biden. And I told the state government, the only way we can achieve this, go and take loan from the Zenith Bank. And we asked Jonas Berger, how many years this thing will finish? Jonas Berger said 3 years. I said, fine. If you do this ring road in 3 years, your second term is sure. So don't bother about inconveniences. Borrow the money. Let the bank be deducting from you every month, but you will have achieved it. 3 years, you are talking about the next 1 year for governorship election. So you have something to present to the public. If I had any bad intention, I would not have done that. I never left liabilities. I never left debt. Boma is an IJAW man. Boma is not an Ikwe man. I would have wanted to choose an Ikwe man, or a Che man, or a Bodi man. Is that correct? Yes. But it's a young man who has shown that he has capacity to mix with everybody, irrespective of where you come from. So why do you have to discriminate? You have to go. The member representing Bayelsa, Rivers, and Delta, Federal Civil Service Commission. Do you understand what the Federal Civil Service Commission? Who will talk about employment in charge of these 3 states? I went to Andoni and a young man. I said, come, you have experience. We're going to present us there. In the first civil service commission, I arrived on with former head of service of River State. Then a German. Population Commission. Henry Ogidi is a German. President just nominated him. I don't discriminate. All of us are one. All I ask is remember where you are coming from. I don't think that is too much to ask. Just 1 week, a man was inaugurated. He has come with his wife and entire ethnic nationality to say thank you. What can be more than that? What does anybody want in life? I'm a minister of that city. Not just minister of what? Federal capital. What is that I'm looking for? All I'm saying, don't put the ladder down that you used to climb. When you are coming back, you still need a ladder. Is it the wrong thing I say? No. Don't put the ladder down. Still maintain that ladder to be strong. So when you want to come down, you will not have a problem. Some people now misinterpret it to say that, oh, until you get 25% of contract, until you get this, until you get that. As a politician, if the structure that produced Boban, that is now executive director of finance admin, Boban said he doesn't want us, would we force ourselves? No. All we will do is to go and prepare a house again. We are politicians. We'll go back. Simple man said he doesn't want us. We'll force ourselves on Boma. We'll come back home and begin to mourn. Power and money is a different thing. No? Now they are calling you physical training. You don't have money, they are calling you. Now that money will come. Allow them to see call if you feel allow the politicians who have always been with you. Don't push them away now, begin to make new friends. When I call you, why are you doing this? Don't go and say, oh, you should make a return to me. That's why I'm questioning you. Because the next thing you hear when I say, but what I do is wrong, then you get angry. When they ask him, every day he's calling me, I should bring money. You know, that's the only blackmail. Propaganda partisan, because he told me to bring 5 billion every day. That's why it's after me. See the relationship, keep to it. God knows why he said it is you. God does not make any mistake. The honor of Bola said, for the interest of the Niger Delta, for the interest of River State, for the interest of where you come from. Because everyone comes from somewhere. Yes. Good for outside, no good for home. You good to, that's why you're a good man. No. As you good for outside to make you good for home. What for change the narrative? Everything has a bad name. Be part of history. I will change the narrative.
president? Is it the mind of the Bayelsa people? This was the same president that Asari was trading some of his boys and said they were ready to fight for anybody. Didn't they go and support TINUBU on 2 or 3 occasions? Maybe when they stopped him from going to the villa. Now, didn't he go to the villa? Maybe when they stopped him from going to the villa, I started complaining. You see, the thing about Nigerians, a lot of the people that speak at the top is only about themselves. This same Asari that is talking to has no bona fide to talk, because he was the one that sang the song turn by turn that everybody wait for their turn. When Nigerians were crying foul about the electoral process, you say everybody wait for your turn. The hot people during the election till today, INEC has not been able to tell us what constitutes technical glitch. People were disenfranchised, their votes were manipulated. You said people should wait for their turn because it was favoring you then. You went to the villa to collect handshake. Now that they've banned you from going to villa, I mean, you don't see them for villa since. Now you are crying. You can see the hypocrisy in people's mouths.
Yeah. So we have the first story here. It's about what is happening in Rivers State. Fubara, he said he's finally manning up to do some things because he went ahead to present his budget, even though they had just four members, and the other the ones that defected, 27 of them, their seats have been declared vacant. The question is, this might just be the banana peel for Wike, you know. This might just be it for him because with the way Fubara is going.
Yes, I mean, let Fubara fight back. We are here to count the scores, you know, because for both of them is 6 pence and half a dozen. I mean, what's it called? 6 and half a dozen. I don't care about both Fubara, both Wike, because they are all the same. Because even look at Fubara's antecedents. Look at the governorship election. Fubara was a beneficiary of an election that was really fraught with a lot of irregularities and Rivers. And we all know that. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. So because Fubara is fighting to assert it, doesn't mean Fubara as a saint. If he's truly a saint, he will not have even been part of an electoral process to bring him in such a way that the election had a lot of challenges in the first place. So they are both 6 and absent. But you know, for the sake of supporting the underdog, a lot of people are supporting Fubara by also saying that yes, he needs to assert himself. But the question is, if Fubara finally wins this fight, hope he will not become another Wike. Because that was how when Wike won the fight against Amechi, he became another Wike. When Amechi won the fight against Odili, he became another Wike. All right? So I think what we should really look at is the system that gives politicians so much power, executive power, that they can dampen the prospect of other people and destroy the lives of other people. That's just it. See, history is replete of men that got and how they end up. This will not be different. This might just be one of the installments, or if Wike fights back, he might be able to continue for a long time. But the truth is, why do we have an environment that gives such power to people? That's why we keep talking of, you know, separation of powers. But in this regard, the problem is that the executive, the first thing they do is over judiciary. They take over the they take over the judiciary and they take over the legislature, and that's what's playing out. Normally the legislature should be independent. There are 3 arms of government, co-equal. I think they forget that when they started collecting bribe for their governors, and I'm talking about lawmakers and the likes.
Yeah.
When they started frolicking with the executive, they forget that they are co-equal arms of government. They forget that they are also a government unto themselves, and they are the government representing the people. So I'm sure a lot will have exchanged hands, you know, within these days for the Rivers people here and there. But the question is, in all of this, what is in it for the Rivers people? Fubara, yes, he presented a budget to 4 people. We'll see the constitutional, what is it called, understanding of that. Fubara also went ahead to demolish the state house. They said the integrity test shows that they need to bring back down the building. The question I would like to ask is, bring down the building? Where is the result of that integrity test? Can they officially publish it? And that was what they said, that they should bring back down the building. So those are increasingly the questions we should ask ourselves that we're not asking ourselves. But you know, for the sake of fun and everything, if you're counting scores, I'll probably tell you 3-2 or before 3 now. Fubara is leading. as we speak. But that's the sad reality of Nigeria.
Yes.
It's a sad reflection on our economic prospects.
Let's wait to see what Wike is going to do, as it all will play out in River State. Now, I'm going to join some news together because of time. We have here that TINUBU approved sack, suspension, replacement of CEOs in the aviation sector. That's a major news right here. And also, there is one big report in the Guardian newspaper. I call it big because of what he talked about. He says that population outgrows the economy amidst rising dependence, saying that numbers of severely financially distressed adults rise to 74%, which is quite alarming.
Yes, now, because of all the economic, that's why we're telling them when they were floating the naira, they were doing all sorts of economic policy on jamboree. You can see the effects. I mean, how will adults not be severely depressed when you have an economy where you are having, to buy chicken over 20,000, inflation rate is inching up to 30%, and you see, your economic growth should always outstrip your population growth. But in a case where you are having economic growth less than population growth, then it's a problem, because how do you cater to people? In fact, Mary, let me shock you. Do you know, during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, that we're talking about, yes, there was economic growth, we're maxing 6% and thereabout. The complaint then was that, what kind of growth is this? Because the growth was not bringing jobs. There were not enough jobs in the economy around that time. Their time was even way better, but today is worse off. It's at an all-time low. Nigeria has now become the standard of Argentina. That's the way. The only difference is that Argentina's inflation is unbelievable. Nigeria, they say it's 30%, but the real projections of people are saying, based on their calculation basket, should be close to 50%. We'll not be able to stem inflation. It keeps rising for how many quarters? So these are the economic factors we are seeing. And interest rates are still going up. Those are the things we are seeing.
Let me add. Okay, go on.
For the aviation sector, yes, President TINUBU is having a revamp of aviation. Kudos to President TINUBU on that, because all those people in the aviation sector need to do a lot. And he has also said EFCC should investigate them. Very good one.
Another story here, let me just add this to before we round off. NNPC delivers 4.5 trillion revenue to Federation account in 2023, says Kiari. And also there's another report here in the Daily Trust that said that stop subsidy payment, increase petrol price to 750 naira per litre, World Bank tells the federal government. Yes.
But the federal government said they stop subsidy payment. Now, why is World Bank telling them to stop subsidy payment?
That's the thing. That's why I brought it up.
It shows they're lying, that they have gone back to paying subsidy. I mean, we told them then. See, it is not everything the World Bank tells you will listen to. The World Bank's pill sometimes are too dangerous to swallow. You need to be able to understand what works for your economy and how you are appropriately able to appropriate costing to be able to buffer the effects of international pressures on your economy. So let's be careful about this World Bank business. Let's be careful about this World Bank business. I would say collectively, what we should also do is to be able to effectively diversify energy sources. Invest heavily in gas. This 250 billion are putting on the presidential initiative of gas. We want to see the practicality so that, and total adoption, at least, okay, take for instance, you have about 11 million cars, or less than 15 million cars thereabout. My memory serves me right in Nigeria. What's the energy mix of those cars? The problem is that majorly, you can say over 80% of these cars have an energy mix of petrol. But if you can do it in such a way that, okay, energy mix of electric, energy mix of gas, energy mix of petrol, it can reduce the burden on the consumption of petrol. But that's what we've not been able to effectively do. So that petrol now becomes your own optional deal. And that's why I was in support of that presidential gas initiative, but I've not seen anything as regards full adoption. We just keep hearing we're buying CNG buses. Okay, what's the practicality? How many filling stations do they get the CNG from? How constant is it? They must be able to effectively incorporate it into the ecosystem first, and that's the way we can solve our long-term energy problem. And the good thing about gas is it's also a transition fuel. You know, COP 28, they finally reached a conclusion now. They were not able to agree on the wording of the document. Now they finally said, okay, they are going to try as much as possible to, you know, rein in this climate change difficulties and all of that. In fact, Nigeria has moved its targets now for climate change to 2060. From the last COP, I think it was about 2070, but it's moved it to 2060 now. So we need to start transitioning to this transition fuel like gas and start looking about alternative forms so that we can have a proper energy mix. So take for instance, if we develop train lines in the future, we can use gas power trains, CNG power trains. So those are the things we must need to look at to not be able to build a very viable multimodal transport system.
Thank you.
I think that's really the problem, not the what is it called? But it's obvious now. The World Bank has told them they
need to go pay some bills. We need to go make some money. We'll come back. Thank you very much, Rufai. We'll come back, but the conversation continues. Keep it here. Do not go anywhere. Yeah. We'll be back after this. Thank you, Rufai. Thank you.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. Rufai Hosseini have said it all in that voice record that you just finished listening to. That was the phone conversation of Rufai Hosseini on the radio station. You know, that was it. And a lot of people attack Rufai based on that phone conversation. They attack Rufai because in that radio station, Rufai was called. They called Rufai, so he connected. And the lady was asking him questions, and this man was replying and responding to all these questions. You know, a lot of people on Twitter, they were dragging Rufai based on the fact that they said Rufai is mocking Asari DOKUNBO. And mind you, don't forget, Asari DOKUNBO in question was the first to come to attack Rufai some days ago, or let me say some weeks ago. He attacked Rufai. He said Rufai is talking too much about Bola Ahmed Tinubu certificate saga. Then that was the time that the certificate saga of Tinubu is trending on media. So Asari DOKUNBO came and he said, what is Rufai on that? Rufai is talking too much, and he labast and labos Rufai Hosseini on live television. So Asari DOKUNBO was the first to do this. Now Rufai have come for him. You know, when they rejected him in the Asari chamber, and began to lament because he did everything possible in course of the election to ensure that Tinubu get into that power. And after everything, he's now going to Asari consecutively, frequently, until they sack him off. They said they don't want to see his 2 legs in the Asari again. They said they don't know what he's looking for in Asari that is making him to be coming consecutively. He wants to have a free road, a free grant to Tinubu anyhow and any day. You know, that was why they sacked him. They stopped him from going to Asari chamber and all of that. And this thing I've been paining him since then. Everything that Tinubu did to him, I've been paining him. So he finally burst out today. You know, he said it all. Asari DOKUNBO said it all. He said he will deal with Tinubu if care is not taken. That if Tinubu did not do the right thing, that is going to deal with Tinubu. This man was even threatening Tinubu in the earlier after. The 2 friends are now backing at themselves. So he said because Tinubu did not appoint ministers from IJAW zone and all of that in River State, that is disrespecting the IJAW people and all of that. And this man is because of what he wants to eat from Tinubu. That is why he has been following Tinubu up and down. And when people were complaining that they are not okay with the government of Tinubu, he said they should shut up. That the people that they are supporting, you know, some people are supporting Peter Obi, some are supporting Atiku. He said those people that are supporting Obi should go and sit down. That they should wait for their time. That this is Jagaban time. This is his own Jagaban time. Even when you know that Tinubu forged his way into that power, that the way is not clean to that power, this man is still suppressing the voice of the masses. Asari DOKUNBO suppressed the voice of the masses. He did not allow people to vote for Labour Party in River State and all of that. He didn't stop there. Even when protesters were protesting that they are not okay with Tinubu government, since he was still happy with Tinubu then, he suppressed the protesters too. He intimidated them in Abuja there. Now, they banned him from entering that Abuja now, and he's now lamenting. Who is Asari lamenting to? That is the question that Rufai Hosseini is asking. He said when the thing was sweet, it's not coming out to say anything. But when everything have turned, when the table have turned, it's now out lamenting and saying all sort of rubbish regarding Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So that is what is happening right now. And Wike and Fubarafai, you can hear what Rufai Rufai Oseni said regarding Wike and Fubara. He said some people are pulling their support for Wike, while some are supporting Fubara. No, 80% are supporting Fubara, but Wike, a lot of people are not supporting Wike because Wike have been committing a lot of atrocities since when he entered that FCT. You know, they make him minister of FCT, but since then, Wike have not allowed the people that are living in the FCT to have a peace of mind. He will never allow them to sleep with their two eyes, because if they should sleep with their two eyes, he can demolish their house of all of them, and all of them will just go like that. So that is what Wike is capable of doing right now. Wike has demolished a lot of houses. He demolished a lot of people's houses, and he claimed that he's on government land. He claimed that he's on the road. He claimed that the house is not in the right place, and he will demolish it without even giving them quick notice to the top time and all of that. So that is what is happening right now. The people of FCT did not even want Wike. Talkless of pulling their support for Wike in the struggle between Wike and Fubara and all of that. So you can see what is going on right now. Rufai Oseni have said it all in this video. He said both Wike and Fubara, none of them is good. They are both politicians. They are not okay. They said the process that brought Fubara in as the governor of Rivers State is not a clean process. The election is not pure. Wike did a lot of shenanigans just to ensure that his godson Fubara will enter there, not knowing that Fubara will shaptalize his eyes at the end of the day. So that is why Wike is fighting left and right now. He's fighting because he knows that he's losing in Rivers State, and Fubara too is an illegitimate governor of Rivers State. So that is what is happening. You can hear what Asari said when he made this broadcast. He said if Wike should remove Fubara, or if Wike should do everything possible to impeach Fubara from that Rivers State governor and all of that, because Fubara is from IJAW, Asari DOKUNBO too was from IJAW and all of that. They are both from IJAW. Now they said if Wike should impeach Fubara, that there will be war in Rivers State. IJAW people will fight in Rivers State and all of that. So Asari DOKUNBO really threatened everybody in this video that he made today. He threatened TINUBU, he threatened Wike and some other people. So that is what is happening. So what is your take regarding this thing that Rufai Oseni said, that I got a lot of people talking and putting their support for Asari DOKUNBO? They said Rufai Oseni is disrespecting Asari DOKUNBO, and mind you, Asari DOKUNBO started this game and all of that, because when he said his own, then Rufai did not respond to him. Rufai did not answer him. Now a lot of people are saying that Rufai is disrespecting him. Drop your opinion regarding this thing. Did Rufai Oseni really say much in this phone conversation that you listen to in this radio station? Drop your opinion in the comment section of this video, as I'm going there to get another thing for you. And sure, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and Live for Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body, day for you. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor for LAJUPOG Woes TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Corrupt leader, all the while you with the for church. All as LAJUPOG Woes TV.